ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरे तुल्यं निजान्तर्गतम् पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिर्वोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यस्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयम् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। बीजस्यान्तरिवाङ्कुरो जगदिदं प्राङ्निर्विकल्पं पुनः माया कल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महा योगीव यस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कल्पार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसा यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात्करणात् तवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। नानाच्छिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहा दीपप्रभाभास्वरम् ज्ञानं यस्य तु चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा जानामीति तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता वृषम्वादिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहा व्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः। इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। So the different contentions, all these are vikalpas. Vikalpas about the Atma. So this, for all the vikalpas, the contentions, the object is Atma. Now, yena Atmana, so by which Atma alone, all these vikalpas are objectified. Yena, so jnana Atmana, jnana swarupa Atmana, by which Atma, which is in the form of Chaitanyam, so by which Atma, these various conclusions are known, or objectified, or illumined in your antakarana, and that Atma is not the object of vikalpa. Deha iti, prana iti, all these are vikalpas, are false. Iti, it's very clear. Therefore he says, Deha, prana, indriya, all these are object drishya vargaha. They all come under drishya. And therefore, gatad drashta, gatad binnaha. The seer of a pot is different from the pot. The knower of the pot is different from the pot. Why? Being the knower and that being the known. If this is so, then Dehadi also, like Gatadivat, like even pot, etc., your body, mind, senses, all of them also, even though with this you have a special relationship, that is even like there are people and people. One person is father, the other is mother, and this is a child, etc. There is a special relationship with drishya, with various objects. and people, etc. And all of them are drishyaha. They are all objects of knowledge. But at the same time, you hold special relationships. There are houses and houses. This is my house. There are bodies and bodies. This is my body. अவ்வளவுதான். इतनी बात है. There is not much difference between the two. The only thing is there are houses, but this is my house. There are many bodies. This is my body. So mamatvena grihhyate. And therefore this body is my body iti. The very fact you say it is my body and you can do anything with this body, and therefore people commit suicide also. So somebody who puts an end to this body, and thus you find this body is like anything else, is drishya. Only thing is, among the many drishyas, certain objects become yours. You have a special relationship. Similarly, this deha also, you have a special relationship for which there is a reason. The Sukshma Sharira is identified only with one given physical body. It does not extend itself. And because that is why the Sukshma Sharira is so important. The Sukshma Sharira's importance is twofold. One is, in order to, even though consciousness is all pervasive, but still you find one object's chetanam, the other is achetanam. One is sentient, the other is insentient. So what accounts for sentiency is this presence of Sukshma Sharira, whose absence, Sukshma Sharira includes prana also, understand? Prana, mind, senses, etc. And so this prana, the Sukshma Sharira is not there, then that organism is dead, is not alive at all. And it is achetana. It becomes achetana. Previously it was chetana, now it is achetana. Chetana means sentient, achetana means insentient. And therefore, so to account for sentiency, you require Sukshma Sharira. Number two, this individuality, this confinement to this body, the individual does not extend beyond this body. That is true. And therefore, so when something goes between, a bullet goes between the fingers, as I have said, you are not touched at all. You may say, my God, etc., but you are saved, you are untouched. And similarly, but if it braces your finger, then you are hurt, etc. And therefore, so this is because, understand, this Sukshma Sharira is identified with this body. And therefore, there is a certain intimate relationship with this body, and therefore, the hunger, thirst, etc. Also, the prana vikaras, the body is objectified, and the prana vikaras are objectified, hunger, thirst are objectified, and the senses are objectified, that the senses are blind, eyes are blind, are not blind, and you are not blind to that. You are aware of the fact that the eyes are blind, and therefore there is even the manaha, etc., is also known to you, and all the sankalpas, if you say kshanika vijnanam, that kshanikam vijnanam is also, there must be a non-kshanika vijnana to objectify kshanika vijnanam. The flickers of consciousness, if that is the Atma, then you will never be able to conclude, I am kshanika iti. So to say I am kshanika, you must have a witness consciousness which is witnessing the kshanikatvam of this vijnanam, and that is non-kshanika. It should be there before, because anything that comes and goes, so is recognized only when the coming of it, the going of it can be recognized only when there is some witness, there is a given witness observer who was there before the arrival and after the departure also. Before the arrival, the observer must be there. After the departure, the observer must be there. Then only you can talk about arrival, departure. And that is the Atma, it is very obvious. And that cannot be Shunya also. Shunya Atma, Shunyoham iti, how do you know? And therefore the world is always taken as Asti iti. Gataha Asti, Pataha Asti. If Shunyam is the basic truth of everything, if that is the final thing according to this school, Shunya Atma is the final. If the Shunya Atma is the final cause, that is the cause they say, that is the basic cause. If the Shunya is the cause, then from Shunya cause, what will you get? Shunya means non-existent. From a non-existent cause, what effect you will have? Non-existent effect. But the world is astiti upalabhyate. Therefore, everything is asti. Yeah. On the other hand, there is no nasti at all. Nasti also astiti upalabhyate. What is not there, that is also astiti upalabhyate. Therefore, there is no such thing as absolute absence doesn't exist at all. Absolute absence itself is a piece of understanding. It is knowledge. That there is absence is a piece of knowledge, which implies the presence of consciousness also here, lighting up the abhava. Therefore, that asti. Therefore, there is no question of total nasti iti. All these conclusions are conclusions which are against our anubhava, means against this particular fact. They are all drishyas. I am the binnaha, drishyat gatat binnaha. I am distinct from the gatat drashta, gatat binnaha. Dehat drashta, dehat binnaha. Indriya, etc., all of them, tesham drashta. I am binnaha. The knower of the senses, the mind, etc., is different from all of them. Then koyamiti, this is, who is this Atma then? And that is pointed out by the Shastra. Jagat karanam yad brahma, tad brahma tvamasi, tat satyam jnanam anantam brahma iti, sakshat tattvamasi di veda vachasa, yo bodhayati ashritan, tasmai shri gurumurtaye, namayadam sri dakshinamurtaye visa. And therefore, so this, what is all this? Why people? See, avichara, people have not done the vichara, therefore they take the, whatever I am this, they don't even make a conclusion. So you are talking to a person in the road, who are you, means what? He will give you his name. I am Subramanyam. So what do? So he does this job. He says, I am an engineer. I am Subramanyam. I am a mill worker. So that's what he says. I'm a mill worker. I am married. I am son of so-and-so. I am husband of so-and-so. If the woman is more popular, husband of so-and-so. And like this he tells a few things about himself. And or I am the brother-in-law of so-and-so. My brother-in-law is the minister. So this minister, I am the brother-in-law of so-and-so. So like this, so he will give all answers unconnected to the question, who are you? There is no answer at all. Who are you? There is no answer. All unconnected answer. So his connections he tells. That he connections to, so he is, so it's a name is given. Even Subramanian, even though his name is Subramanian, there are different names for him. People call him Subbu. Somebody calls him Mani. Somebody calls him Gundu. There are 100 different names for the same fellow. For all this, he responds. And Subramaniam being an Orthodox, is husband of an Orthodox woman, a classical woman, and she doesn't even call him Subramaniam. Subbu, come here, like this she never said. So she only says, that you'll see the fellow jumping all over. And therefore, so this is the response, and therefore, Nama, in the Namni, there is nothing in the Nama. There is nothing in the Nama. You can call the rose with any other name, it will smell as well. It's not going to be different. The person is not going to be different. Call him what you will. So with any name, and still the person is the same. So the Nama is not the person, and again the various connections he talks about exactly that's not the person. The person means you should define the person. Who is this person? Who am I? He has to say. And well, there is no answer at all. These are all avichara siddha. I am an individual, I am a mortal, I'm a human being. These are the things he can talk about. I am human being. I weigh so many pounds. So these are the things he can talk about himself. Nothing else he can say. If all these are wrong, then he has no way of knowing that right away. And therefore, says avichara siddha is this subject-object duality, and then he comes to a teacher, and then afterwards the teacher makes him conclude, you are the body. He is the same square one. Before that also he was telling the same. Now he has got what? So a confirmed, and that fellow is also an indoctrinating person, and that person is really conditioned to think that I am this deha, etc. Then it's called a rationalist. It's a rationalist. If you are rational, you won't call yourself rationalist. And so, if a person is rational, you are not a rationalist. Rational means reasoning is not the property of one person. And therefore, you can't call yourself a rationalist. It is irrational to say that I am a rationalist. Understand? And therefore, anybody says I am a rationalist, he is not a rationalist. So he is not. Everybody is reasonable. It means everybody uses reason, everybody is rational in his own way. In the rationale, there can be fallacies. To say I am a rationalist is irrational. That's not true. And anyway, these Nastikas call themselves rationalists. This is how they confuse people. They are very rational. They are not rational. They don't think. So beyond the nose, they don't see. So this is the problem. Anything I see alone is true. What he doesn't see is not true at all. This is the problem. His great-great-grandfather he didn't see, therefore he never existed. He never existed. And so this kind of a rationalism is all silly, and therefore, so in this indoctrination is the most dangerous thing. This is called durvichara. Why this durvichara? The fellow seems to be interested. He has got some jignasa. Otherwise, why should he go to this guy? And then he goes to this person and learns from that person about the Atma, and then comes to a wrong conclusion. So why this happens? He says, you require Ishvara Anugraha. That's all. Ishvara Anugraha must be there. Ishvara Anugraha Deva. So Ishvara Anugraha must be there. And therefore he must do Yatoktakari. He must be an Yatoktakari, lives a life of dharma, lives a life of his prayer, etc. As a result of which alone he will get the proper teaching, proper teacher, etc. Otherwise he will end up elsewhere. Anybody so can end up anywhere. And therefore, so you require a teacher. The people say, even sometimes there are two things here. One is Ishvara Anugraha must be there. Ishvara Anugraha is there, and he goes, this is what we say prarabdha, and not only prarabdha, his own karma in the recent past also can account for it. And therefore, because of some punya he has gathered, he goes to a proper teacher. Like this, one Acharya went to a teacher, great Acharya he became. He went to a teacher and he said, you are Narayana. He said, how can I be Narayana? Narayana in Vaikuntha. How can I be Narayana? Finished. Then afterwards he went to another teacher. He said, that fellow doesn't know at all. Why did you go to him? So here, Ishvara Anugrahat, he went to a correct teacher, and Atma Anugraha is not there now. So the Shraddha is not there because lack of Shraddha, and therefore his own conclusion he went by. And naturally, Atma Anugraha is not there. So he has to bless himself also. That was lacking. And therefore he went to another teacher and then learnt to prove that I am not a noun, I am an adjective. So this is in marriage this takes place. What happens? Two nouns marry, correct? So two nouns marry. So two nouns marry, and therefore that's how I see the invitation. So and so He is getting married to so and so. It is nobody is married is an adjective, but one marries another noun. Two proper nouns I saw. The proper nouns and nouns. The proper nouns and the person is a noun. And therefore, so here is a male, here is a female, both of them get married, two nouns get married, and then afterwards what happens? The greatness of the marriage is the man makes the woman an adjective. Common thing. Man makes the woman adjective. Adjective means what? No independent will, no freedom. Don't move here, don't go there, sit down, get up. This is man making one noun, making the other noun an adjective. So man is the noun, she is an adjective. This is a tragedy. This is a tragedy. And the other one is there. The man is an adjective, woman is a noun. This is, I don't know what it is. This is a disaster, understand? This is a disaster. And therefore, so both are not right. Both are not correct. Two nouns should become better nouns, understand? They should, because of marriage, one strengthens the other. One strengthens the other. One helps the other. That is called marriage. And therefore, so two nouns should remain nouns, better nouns, more shining nouns, more brilliant, not reducing an adjective. And Jivaha, Ishvaraha, two people are there. I start my life as a Jiva, as an individual noun. Ishvaraha is another noun. And two nouns. And now if both the nouns are become one big noun, N-O-U-N, all capital, then one noun alone is the truth. And if that is the thing, it's a wonderful thing. Otherwise what? I become an adjective. If I'm going to become an adjective to anybody, including Ishvara, I would rather be away so that I can have my small independent life. Insignificant I may be, but swasthane vishishyate. And therefore, in my own sthana, some people recognize me when I go home. Somebody recognizes me, Dad, come, please come. And therefore, there is somebody, I am famous. In my own apartment, I am famous, understand? And therefore, at least, so I have some small vibhutis, and I have some small joys, some small pleasures I have, and I can just at least live in my own small little domain. I don't want anything big. I wanted something big, and therefore I left this small domain. I went into the domain of Ishvara, and what did he do? He made me an adjective. Was that the marriage, I tell you? He made me an adjective. I become Visheshana, he becomes Vishishta. What do you get out of this? Absolutely zero. Zero, there is nothing. In the philosophy, there is zero. So you are reduced to nothing. And still this fellow settled for it. Even though he went first, that is according to the life history of the person, he went to a teacher who told him, you are Narayana, and he said, how can I be Narayana? Went to the other end of the street, and there was another man sitting there. And he said, Vandeyappa, Narayana down Nanupchangen. So Narayana sent me here. Thank God you escaped from that fellow. You cannot be Narayana. How can you be Narayana? You are not Narayana. இது தெரிஞ்ச விஷயம் தானே இது. இது முதல்லயே தெரியுமே தான். So already we know that. I am not Narayana, I know very well. I don't require a teacher to tell me you are not Narayana. That's what he told. Not only he told him you are not Narayana, you may not be Narayana, still a noun. You may not be Narayana, still a noun. But then he reduced him. The height of understanding, as it reached its the acme of understanding, the height of understanding, reached the peak of understanding, the fellow became an adjective. I am an adjective. Means you are not there at all. Adjective means you have no existence. You have to hold on to a noun. Then only you have some existence. And therefore you are a non-entity. So this is the outcome. Why Ishvara Anugraha is there? That is why he went to a teacher, proper, but then afterwards Atma Anugraha is not there. And this is what we say, Maya Vilasa Shakti. Maya Shakti Vilasaha. Maya Shakti, the Maya Shakti is there. And why? Because Maya Shakti has got this Avarana Shakti also. This Avarana Shakti is one of the Maya Shakti. The Avarana means you are under the spell of Maya and therefore it covers you. This Avarana Shakti, the power of Avarana, the power of veiling, that alone keeps you away from the fact what you are. Therefore, Maya Shakti, Ishwarasya, Ya Maya Shakti, that Maya Shakti, Vilasa Kalpita, Vilasaha, Maya Shakti. So, this Maya Shakti has got this Avarana, Ekadesha. Maya Shakti, Avarana Rupasya, Maya Shakti. So, that is the Maya Shakti Vilasa, and therefore, so by the wheeling power of this Maya Shakti of Parameshwara alone, this fellow has this great Vyamoha. Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita. Kalpita means projected. So this Vyamoha. Vyamoha is what? Maha Vyamoha. It is Mahansha Vyamohascha. Maha Vyamoha. What is this Maha Vyamoha? This delusion. Deha eva Atma. Pranaha Atma. Indriyani Atma. Manaha Atma. This Kshanika Vijnanam is Atma. Flickers of consciousness, Atma. Shunya Atma. Iti. This is the Vyamoha. And we have seen how to get rid of this. He says, you Mayam Taranti Te. Who? Ye Mam Prapadyante. Mam Mayavinam Prapadyante. Mayam Taranti. Etam Mayam Taranti. So they cross this Maya, those who choose to know me straight away, the Swarupa of me. Iti. If that Acharya had stayed there, asked a question, how can I be Narayana? Then he will discover that is Shraddha. You have a doubt. Doubt is okay. There is nothing wrong. If you have a doubt, you have a doubt. There is no question of asking why you have a doubt. That's not a problem. You should not have doubt. I can't give orders like that. If you have a doubt, you have a doubt. And that doubt can be presented, and that is called Shraddha. What he says, in what he says there is Shraddha, pending understanding, that is called Shraddha. Pending knowledge, there is Shraddha. And so he must be right. I have come here to learn what he has got to say. And therefore, so please tell me why. Ask all the questions that are there in your head. Ask. So opposing what he says, then you will assimilate. He should be able to say that because they are not going to, you are Narayana. I tell you are Narayana, and therefore you accept it. It's a matter of belief. If he says that, he is also one of these gurus only. So if he is a guru, is a teacher, not only he has the vision, but he has the whole methodology of teaching, meeting with all the questions, answers, etc. That is the whole method. And therefore there is no question of not answering your questions. There is no question. Understand? And that is the whole method. And if that is so, then all questions are valid and they have to be answered. Until they are answered, you have Shraddha. Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Therefore, if the Acharya walked away from the teacher, it is due to lack of Shraddha. That's all I will say. Nothing else. How can you walk away? I don't understand. That means you should stay. That is called Shraddha. No Shraddha. Therefore, you want a confirmation to your own idea. Then what is the use of going to a person? So you want confirmation, anything that is accepted by you, anything that you think right, if it is said by the teacher, you will accept, and anything that you think wrong, if that is not said by the teacher, or that is said by the teacher, then you dismiss. That means you remain the same. You will come out of the class unscathed, untouched. The same good old idiot with the same ideas and opinions. The same person doesn't undergo a change. That's not listening at all. The greatness of the human prerogative is that you can suspend all your ideas, that you are subject to ideas, that is a prerogative, and that you can suspend all of them, keep the mind clean and listen. Amazing. Even the quite opposite view of what you think. In fact, all the whole Vedanta is quite opposite view. Everything is opposite, ulta. All nouns become adjectives. All adjectives become nouns. Kya ulta hai sab? You say golden chain. The truth is chainy gold. Really, that is the truth. Because gold is the substantive. Chain is not a noun at all. So naturally chain is only a form. It's only an adjective. It's an incidental property to gold, not even an adjective intrinsic. An incidental attribute. And therefore you have to say chainy gold. So all ulta. Everything is ulta. You think you are a mortal, you are not. You think that you are a dukkhi, you are not. You think you are a karta, you are not. You think you are a bhokta, you are not. You think there is duality subject-object, that's not true. Everything is opposite. So that means you require a lot of shraddha, understand? That is the beauty of the whole teaching, and therefore, so with shraddha, shraddha is there, Ishvara Anugraha is there, Atma Anugraha is shraddha, and even though you feel like running away, you stay with it. That is Atma Anugraha. Your will you use sometimes, and then you stay with the teaching until I understand. That is Atma Anugraha. Ishvara Anugraha is only providing situations. That is Ishvara Anugraha. Meeting a right teacher, etc. If that Ishvara Anugraha is not there, even meeting a teacher is a wrong person, and that is Ishvara Anugraha Bhava. Therefore, finally speaking, Ishvara Anugrahat eva. So this knowledge is possible, the teaching is there, Atma Anugraha is there. Then he says, then it is possible. Therefore, who is the removal of this Vyamoha? He says, Guru Murtihi. Maya Shakti Vilasa Kalpita Maha Vyamoha Samharine. Mahan Vyamoha Tasya Samharine. The one Samhartum Shilam Asyeti Samharin. He is the one who has got the capacity to destroy. What? This Vyamoha, this wrong conclusion, various wrong conclusions. All these one person can eliminate, and that is the Guru Murti. So Tasmai Shri Guru Murtaye Namayidam Shri Dakshina Murtaye iti. But he has not answered really. He only said, this is all Vyamoha. It is all Vyamoha. It is all Moha, delusion. And then he said, the one who removes that delusion, unto that Murti may namaskar. How do you say it is delusion? He has to answer all of them. He doesn't answer all of them. He answers the last one. Why last one? Because the last one has answered the previous ones anyway. So last one you answer. This is the Prathama Malla Nyaya. This is Prathama Malla Nyaya. The champion boxer. You want to become the champion, heavyweight champion. What do you have to do? Knock off that fellow who is the current heavyweight champion. Only one fellow you have to knock off. And everybody else is knocked off. Understand? That's how it is. This is called Prathama Malla Nyaya. It's an old Nyaya it is. So on the basis of the analogy of Prathama Malla, the champion boxer, and champion boxer elimination, in order to become a champion boxer. Similarly here also, on the basis of that, we have the Shunyavada is negated in the next verse. And while negating the Shunyavada, you have negated all of them, finally. Why? Because if you analyze that, one fellow says, Deha is the Atma. Then the other fellow came and said, Indriyani Atma, Deha cannot be the Atma. No, Indriyani cannot be the Atma, Prana is the Atma, or Indriyani Atma, or Manaha Atma, mind objectifies all of them, mind is the Atma. The other fellow said, Kshanika Vijnanam is Atma. Between two flickers of consciousness, what is there? Shunyam, that Shunya eva Atma. That is permanent. The flicker comes and goes. And between the flickers, what obtains is Shunya, that is the Atma. Iti, that Shunya is not Shunya. Conclusion is Shunya. Understand? Your conclusion will get 0 mark. Understand? And so Shunya. That is not Shunya. What is that? He tells Rahu Grasta Divakarendu Sadrishaha Maya Samachadanat Sanmatra. Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah. Sanmatra Karanopasamharanato Yobhut Sushuptah Puman Pragaswapsamiti Prabodha Samaye Yah Pratyabhijñāyate Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. Rahu Grasta Divakarendu Sadrishaha Maya Samachhadanat Sanmatra Karanopasamharanato Yobhut Sushuptah Puman Pragaswapsamiti Prabodha Samaye Yah Pratyabhijñāyate Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Sri Dakshina Murtaye. Very nice verse here. Let us take this example of eclipse. We have lunar and solar eclipse. So here, the lunar eclipse is because of the shadow of the earth. In their own orbits, in some angles, this happens. Solar eclipse is due to the shadow of the moon between the earth and the sun. So both of them are due to shadow. This is a very important fact. Chaya, shadow. So this is the eclipse. This is predictable also because they all move in orbits in the same speed and therefore they are all predictable until they change the course or change the speed. They don't. So this, in fact, they used to say, the if you say Shastram is wrong, wait for the Grahanam predicted. Wait for the eclipse predicted. They have been predicting thousands of years, for thousands of years. They predict, have been always predicting. So Grahana Kala is a time when you are supposed to do certain things and not supposed to do certain things, like eating, etc., cooking. Grahana Punya Kala. And therefore, this is predictable, this is the shadow. So in the Vedic astrology, we have these seven luminaries in the sky. We can't say planets. They are only graha, that's all. So these are all grahas. So Suryaha, the sun, one luminary, moon, another luminary. Even though it is luminous because of the sunlight, but still it is yellow. In fact, all the planets are luminaries because of the sun. That's not the point here. The sun is a heavenly body, graha. The moon is a luminous heavenly body. And similarly, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Saturn, Mars. All these constitute seven. They make seven. We have two more. They are called Rahu and Ketu. Rahu is the head, Ketu is the tail. They are separate really. And they will always oppose to each other 180 degrees in the zodiac. If you know the Rahu Sthanam, you know the Ketu Sthana, automatic. If you know the Ketu, you know the Rahu Sthana. This Rahu is Chaya, it's only shadow, Chaya Graham. There is no Rahu at all. Being a Chaya Graha, you have to wait for an eclipse to see Rahu. Understand? Rahu will come only when the eclipse comes. So you have to wait for eclipse for the Rahu to come. This is one of the arguments also in Nyaya. You can't say, you have to wait for the time, that's all. It is there. Therefore, this Rahu is a shadow. They know this very well. Chaya Graham. And it is useful to, in predicting discipline, Rahu Ketu are very, very highly useful. Astrology being a predicting discipline. We will talk about this astrology a little bit one day. So this Rahu casts his shadow upon the moon or sun. And the moon loses the brightness. Why? Because he is Rahu Grastaha. Rahu, the shadow Graha, has swallowed the moon for the time being as though. Not swallowed. It cannot swallow also. There is no body at all. Cannot swallow. Because not only head, it cannot swallow. Otherwise, it has swallowed. Then there will be no moon. This shadow, just for the time being, it covers the moon. Rahu Grastaha Induhu. Induhu, the moon, is Rahu Grastaha. Rahuna Grastaha. Achaditaha. He is shadowed by Rahu. Moon is shadowed by Rahu. Therefore, Rahugrastaha is the moon. Similarly, this Surya also, sun also. Divakaraha. So Divakaroti. The one who does the divas means the day. The one who makes the day maker is called the sun. Divakaraha. Diva means day. So the Divakaraha, the Surya, the sun, is also Rahugrastaha. Now Rahugrasta Surya is really very solar eclipse. If you see, the whole place becomes dark really. The whole earth is dark. Only because the sun is still there, thoda sa hai. It's not completely gone. Mean the light is completely not gone, but still it is there. So, but still it is not in its original form. That is the example. So like the sun or the moon, during the eclipse, how it appears as though it has lost its luster, its brilliance, so too Puman, this person, Atma, Puman Atma, when that person goes to sleep, Sushuptaha, Suptaha, when he has gone to sleep, what happens there? Karana upasamharanataha, upasamharat. Because of the upasamhara of the karana, the senses and the mind are resolved for the time being. They are not awake anymore. Then that person becomes what? Previously, a person who was aware of the world, who was interacting with the world, becomes just an existent conscious being. Sanmatraha. Sanmatraha abhut. He becomes only an existent being. Sanmatraha abhut. But does not know that aham purna atma, paripurna atma, because maya samachadana. There again, this tamas avidya being there, this avarana being there, he doesn't know. Maya samachadhanati. And because tamo vibhutaha, tamasa abhibhutaha san, sukha rupameti Upanishad, tamo vibhuta sukha rupameti Upanishad vakya. And the person, he is completely overpowered by tamas. Therefore, there is no recognition. Sanmatraha alone abhut. And then again, Prabodha Samaye, when he wakes up, what does he say? Pratyabhijñāyate. What happens? Pratyabhijñāyate. Pratyabhijñā is a self-recognition, memory, recollection, recognition. So what had happened before, when you recognize, it is a pratyabhijñā. Generally it is paramarsha, but when the self is involved, generally it is called pratyabhijñā. Pratyabhijñā is the one, I was like this, now I am like this, soham iti. And that is pointed out here. So, this, the prag aswapsam, na kinchida vedisham. I slept before. I didn't see anything, I didn't know anything. That much knowledge is there, you know. Like even the sunlight, even though it is covered, but still it is not as it was before, but still it is there. You recognize that is the sun. And where the shadow is, you recognize the sun. Similarly, Sanmatraha abhut Puman did not recognize I am Satchidananda, etc. Then also Satchidananda, now also Satchidananda. So there is no special something that has happened in sleep. Only thing is your antakarana is not active. Karana upasamharanataha. Your antakarana is not active, your mind is not active, senses of course are not active therefore. When it is not active, the antakarana is not active, there is no question of subject-object. Everything is gone, but you are there still. If you are there still, Dehendriya, Mano, Buddhi, etc., you are not aware of. If they are intrinsic attributes of the Atma, then you will recognize them. They will be there always. You give them up all and you remain still Sanmatraha. This is one reason. There is another reason given in the next verse. That is the better reason. But this is, let us take now. Sanmatraha Bhut. Pragaswap Samiti. I slept before. I didn't see anything at all. Which itself is a sight. Which itself is Anubhava. And therefore you are there very much in sleep. Otherwise you can't say the one who slept is the one who is awake. Did you sleep well? Yes, I had good sleep. Who had good sleep? I had good sleep. Which was that I? Which was that I? Mind I? Senses I? Body I? Prana I? So you say I slept, then who is that I? That I is a common I, invariable I. And therefore the I minus all other things, that I is again retained. I dreamt, I slept, I am awake. That is the I. That is the meaning of I, which has nothing to do with mind, senses, etc. And that is not non-existent. Understand? Even though the whole thing became, in fact, for that Shunyavadi, Sushupti is the example he gives. In deep sleep, I become Shunyaha, he says. I am non-existent in sleep. You are not non-existent in sleep. You are existent in sleep. Why? Because you say, I slept. We may say, I might have slept. That is not your anubhava at all. If I might have slept, or I might not have slept also. So you won't worry at all. I didn't sleep at all, I didn't sleep at all. You won't have this worry. If that knowledge is not there, I might have slept or might not have slept. There will be no worry. You always worry that you didn't sleep well. That means you slept well also is as knowledge as you didn't sleep well. I didn't sleep well is knowledge. And I slept well is knowledge. Because I am there very much. Iti. Yaf puman sanmatraha bhut. Even though the person has shed all the other all the other things that were talked about as Atma, like the body, the mind, senses, all these consciousness, objects of consciousness were not there, but still as a person he was there free from all these attributes. That is the nature of Atma. And it is not Shunya. And it is free of all these. All these means all these which were taken to be the Atma. The very fact they are not there and I am there, so they are not the properties of the Atma. This is one argument. Then the other argument is Balyadishvapi. So this Jagradadishu, so all these Vyavartamanasu, that which is invariable in all states of experience, in all experiences, in all states of your life also, stages of your life also, what is invariably present, and that alone can be the Atma. All others are incidental attributes. Iti. Both these verses answer all these contentions. We will look into them further tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Arihi Om.